Psychiatry enters the digital age. AI-driven mental health diagnosis. For decades, mental health diagnosis has relied heavily on subjective evaluations, lengthy conversations between doctors and patients, analyzing clusters of symptoms that often overlap or present inconsistently. Now, a new era is emerging, driven by the potential of artificial intelligence to identify digital biomarkers that objectively assess mental well-being. This shift could revolutionize how we understand and treat conditions like depression, anxiety, and even suicidal ideation. But it also raises critical questions about privacy and the reliability of tech-driven assessments. The rise of digital biomarkers. The core idea is simple. Our daily behavior, speech patterns, facial expressions, sleep cycles, even heart rate variability leave a digital trail that AI can analyze. Companies like Deliberate AI are already developing tools that use these markers to predict mental states with surprising accuracy. In one study, AI analysis of vocal cues alone correctly identified depressive symptoms in 79% of cases, matching the accuracy of a traditional clinical evaluation. This isn't just theoretical. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration recently included Deliberate AI's technology in a pilot program, potentially paving the way for its use as an endpoint in clinical trials. The appeal is clear. AI can provide continuous, real-time monitoring, something impossible with infrequent doctor visits. A person could check in daily via chatbot, while the software analyzes their voice and facial expressions to detect subtle changes in mood or behavior. The long search for objective markers, the pursuit of biological markers for mental illness, has been ongoing for decades. By the mid-20th century, researchers hoped to identify objective indicators through neurotransmitter levels, hormone imbalances, or brain imaging. However, these efforts consistently fell short. Thomas Insel, former director of the National Institute of Mental Health, admitted in 2017 that, despite $20 billion in funding, his agency failed to make significant progress in reducing suicide rates or improving recovery outcomes. The digital approach represents a new hope. Unlike biological markers, digital footprints are readily available through the devices we already use: smartphones, smartwatches, and even voice assistants. Advances in AI have made it possible to analyze this vast data stream, identifying patterns that humans might miss. Researchers have found correlations between depression and flatter vocal tones, reduced speech rates, and even increased fidgeting measured by wearable sensors. The promise and peril of AI-driven diagnosis. If successful, digital biomarkers could personalize treatment plans and preempt crises before they happen. For example, AI could detect subtle shifts in speech patterns or facial expressions that indicate worsening depression, allowing doctors to adjust medication dosages or recommend interventions before a patient spirals into a severe episode. Some companies are even exploring AI-driven suicide prediction, looking for telltale signs like unnatural consistency in speech or erratic facial movements. However, the transition isn't without risks. Privacy concerns are paramount. Constant monitoring of personal data raises questions about who has access to this information and how it's used. More fundamentally, there's the question of reliability. AI algorithms can be biased, and misdiagnoses could have devastating consequences. As one researcher cautioned, someone's watch might say they're fine even when they are not, and so no one will listen to them. The future of psychiatric care. The American Psychiatric Association is cautiously approaching the integration of digital biomarkers, establishing a subcommittee to evaluate emerging technologies. The goal isn't to replace human interaction entirely, but to supplement it with objective data. The association plans to list promising biomarkers as emerging technologies, providing a tentative endorsement while further research is conducted. The ultimate outcome remains uncertain, but the trend is clear. Psychiatry is entering a new era, one where AI plays an increasingly significant role in diagnosis and treatment. Whether this leads to more effective care or unintended consequences will depend on how carefully we navigate the ethical and practical challenges ahead. The field is evolving rapidly, and the next few years will determine whether digital biomarkers become a mainstream diagnostic tool or remain a niche application. For now, the potential is undeniable, but the need for cautious implementation is even greater.